Sometimes do you feel like you're holding on to things that are bad for you? We start to see life through different lenses as we get older. Things that were once very important, like having to please other people, keeping up with the latest trends, or being busy all the time, start to seem less important. As you get older, you become more aware of the things that don't need your attention anymore. We'll talk about 6 things that seniors don't need to worry about in this video. Sometimes they come out of the blue, and sometimes you may have already started to let go of them. Removing the things from your life that don't make you happy makes room in your mind and body for the things that do. You shouldn't let the things that used to make you happy ruin your golden years after all. If you lose these 6 things, your life might change in ways you didn't expect. When that happens, it will make you think about how quickly you made your choice. We can begin now. Don't miss a video before we start. Please subscribe and turn on the bell if you haven't already. To show that you like this video, click the like button in the comments section. Type 0 in the comments to let me know you don't like it. It will help me make videos for you that are better. We can begin now. It used to be very important to keep up with the latest trends in fashion, technology, and general ways of living. People always thought it was cool to be in style, but after age 60, you realize that most trends aren't going to last, and it's not worth the trouble to keep up. It won't help to try to keep up with what's popular right now. Everything will be out of style tomorrow. Take the fashion business as an example. Trying to be like your friends might have seemed impossible when you were younger. However, you now know what makes you happy, how your style looks on you, and what makes you feel good. It's more important to dress for yourself than to try to impress other people. You won't have to worry about whether your shoes or clothes are in style. Because it's so you, your style will never go out of style. It's the same with tech. New gadgets come out every year that claim to be faster, smarter, and better than the last one. But do you really need the newest phone, the newest smartwatch, or 12 apps that you'll never use? After age 60, it should help you, not hurt you. Every new update, app, or device that comes out makes things more difficult. It's annoying to have to learn all of them or get rid of good ones to make room for the new ones. Fitness, nutrition, and social media trends are also a part of everyday life. One year it's all about protein, the next it's all about low-fat diets. The best way to work out is always changing. One minute it's fast walking, the next it's hard workouts. Truth be told, you already know what makes you happy after all this time. It doesn't matter what other people think about the choices you make in life. You know everything about your body, the things that make you feel good, and your habits. It doesn't matter at all. When you turn 60, one of the free things you can do is stop keeping up with the times. It allows you to focus on the things that are most important to you, the things that make you happy, the things that make you feel good about yourself, and the things that make your life better. Remember that the best things in life will always be good. This will keep you from feeling old or always wanting new things. Second, trying to get everyone to agree with you. For a lot of the time, people feel like they have to live up to the expectations of family, friends, coworkers, and even society as a whole. You try to be nice and say the right things so that you don't let people down. But after age 60, things change. You realize that no matter how much effort you put into pleasing others, there will always be someone who disagrees, someone who criticizes, or someone who thinks you should be doing things differently. And that's when you start to ask yourself, why am I still trying so hard to gain approval I don't even need? Think about how many decisions you've made in life based on what others thought was best. You might have taken a certain job because it was thought to be a good one. You might have said yes to events you didn't want to go to because you didn't want to be rude. You might not have done the things that made you truly happy because you were afraid of what other people would think of you. You finally understand that none of that matters now. People are too focused on their own lives to watch your every move. And even if they do, what they think doesn't make you who you are. What makes you happy, what makes you calm, and what feels right to you changes after age 60. You don't have to waste time trying to be the person other people want you to be. You accept yourself as you are. The best part is that when you stop trying to please other people, you gain something even better. Self-respect. Things become things you do because they feel right, not because you want to get praise for them. You choose to be around people who accept you for who you are, not just when you meet their standards. As you let go of the need to be approved of, You find confidence in just being yourself. If you've been worried about what other people think for decades, it might be time to stop. People don't have to let you live your life the way you want to. The people who really matter will be on your side, and the rest of them's opinions were never going to matter anyway. Most of the time, people think it's good to be busy. Having a lot of commitments, a full schedule, and being on the move all the time can make you feel useful, important, and even productive. But after age 60, you understand that being busy does not always mean being happy. In fact, having a lot of things to do every day can make you feel worn out instead of fulfilled. You may have been juggling work, family, social events, and many other responsibilities for so many years. But when you turn 60, you see time in a different way. Today, you understand that time is not something to waste, it's something to treasure. When you say yes to something that doesn't need to be done, you take an hour away from something that does. You no longer feel the need to prove yourself through activity. This is one of the biggest changes that happens as you age. Do not feel bad if you say no to things that don't make you happy. You do not have to accept every invitation or favor. Slowing down isn't laziness, it's wisdom. It's recognizing that your energy is valuable and it should be spent on things that truly matter, things that bring peace, joy, and fulfillment. Instead of packing your days with constant obligations, you start embracing intentional living. That means choosing quality over quantity, spending time with people who uplift you, engaging in activities that truly bring you joy, and allowing yourself to simply be. There is a certain power in waking up and knowing that your day is yours to shape, not one dictated by a long list of tasks and responsibilities that only leave you feeling exhausted. And the truth is, when you step back from the constant rush, you begin to appreciate life in a way that you never did before. You notice the small moments, a quiet morning with a cup of coffee, a meaningful conversation, a walk where you're not in a hurry to get somewhere. These moments might seem simple, but they are often the ones that bring the greatest peace. So if you've spent most of your life measuring success by how much you can fit into your day, it might be time to rethink that. Busyness does not define your worth, and once you stop overloading your schedule, you might just find that life becomes more enjoyable, more fulfilling, and more meaningful than ever before. Let's move on. Number 4, holding on to toxic relationships. As the years pass, you start to realize that not every relationship is worth keeping. When you were younger, you may have felt obligated to keep certain people in your life, whether it was out of guilt, habit, or a sense of duty. But after age 60, things change. It's important to take care of your time, energy, and peace, which means ending relationships that aren't making you happy. Many types of relationships can be harmful. It could be a friend who only calls when they need something, a family member who is always criticizing you, or even an old acquaintance who is always negative and drains your energy. You may have told yourself that's just how they are and put up with their behavior in the past. That's a good thing because now you can't stand it anymore. By age 60, you know that relationships should make you happy, not tired. If being around someone makes you feel guilty, anxious, or unappreciated all the time, then you don't have to keep them around. The thought that you have to put up with bad things because of the past doesn't make sense anymore. You've lived long enough to know that people either make your life better or worse. You deserve to be with people who make you feel better, not worse. What's even more important is that letting go of bad relationships isn't about being angry or resentful. It's about respecting yourself. Peace over conflict, calm over chaos, and emotional health over drama that isn't necessary are the things that are meant to be chosen. Some people might not get why you made your choice. They might even try to make you feel bad for leaving, but you don't have to explain why you chose happiness to anyone. However, you do deserve a life full of real, loving, and helpful connections with people who celebrate your successes, are there for you when things get tough, and make your days fun. Getting rid of the bad people in your life makes room for the good ones. That's one of the best things you can do for yourself right now. For much of life, many people carry the weight of other people's opinions. You may have spent years making decisions based on what was expected of you, choosing a career, a lifestyle, even your words and actions with the fear of being judged. But once you turn 60, something becomes clear. Most of the things you worried about, they never really mattered. The truth is, people have opinions about everything. No matter what you do, someone will always have something to say. If you dress a certain way, some will approve and others won't. Some people will support you when you make a big choice, while others will criticize it. You know that trying to please everyone is a game you can never win, and you now don't need to play it. Just think about how much time you waste every year worrying about what other people might think. How many happy times were ruined because you were afraid of looking stupid? How many dreams did you give up because you were afraid of what other people would say? Things look different after age 60, though. You know you're truly free when you stop living to please other people and start living for yourself. This doesn't mean you stop caring about people. It means you stop giving their opinions power over your happiness. The people who genuinely care about you will accept you for who you are, not for who they want you to be. And those who constantly judge or criticize, their opinions were never about you. They were about their own insecurities. Forgive yourself for this worry. It will free you in a big way. It's no longer worth your time to try to fit into a mold that wasn't made for you. You start to fully accept the choices you've made, say what you think without holding back, and enjoy life without worrying about being judged. This gives you more confidence and peace. You may have spent too much time worrying about what other people think. Now is the time to stop. You make your own decisions, not theirs. And the faster you understand that, the faster you'll feel the freedom that makes every day more fun, more satisfying, and truly your own. Now let's go. Number 6, getting more stuff by buying it. For decades, getting things might have been the most important thing in life. A bigger house, a better car, more clothes, and better furniture. It was always possible to add or buy something new. But once you turn 60, you start to see things differently. You start to realize that having more doesn't always mean having better. In fact, the things you own often take over your life. Look around your home. How many things do you truly use? And how many just sit there taking up space? Over the years, it's easy to accumulate belongings thinking they'll bring happiness, security, or a sense of achievement. For older people, it's not the things they own that make them happy, but the people, the moments, and the experiences they bring. There is a reason why getting rid of clutter makes so many people feel better. Letting go of things you don't need doesn't just make room in your home, it makes room in your life. A home with only useful or meaningful things can feel peaceful, while a home full of things that aren't used can feel overwhelming. And at this point in life, peace is much more valuable than stuff. When you stop trying to impress other people, you go through another change. When you were younger, there may have been pressure to have the right car, the right clothes, the right furniture to show success. But now you no longer feel the need to prove anything to anyone. You buy what you need and you stop worrying about what others think of it. That level of freedom is worth a lot. You start to think about what really lasts, which may be the most important thing. People never wish they had bought more things when they die. They wish they had more time, love, and things to do. Not another new gadget, piece of furniture, or unnecessary possession, but the happiness of a shared meal, the warmth of laughter, and the peace of a simple life are what really make old age better. Now is the time to simplify your life. Focus on what really makes it better and let go of what doesn't. Because when you stop trying to get more, you start appreciating what you already have, which is one of the most important lessons of all. Last thoughts. Before we end this video, take a moment to think about these 6 things that you don't need to do after age 60. Keeping up with trends, trying to please everyone, having too many obligations, staying in bad relationships, worrying about what other people think, and getting more stuff. All of these things can take up mental and physical space in your life that you don't need. But when you let them go, you create room for what truly matters. This stage of life isn't about chasing after the things that once seemed important. It's about embracing what makes you feel at peace. It's about enjoying the freedom that comes with experience, the confidence that comes with wisdom, and the joy of living life on your own terms. And when you stop holding on to what no longer serves you, you find that life becomes richer, simpler, and far more meaningful. So ask yourself, which of these 6 things are you ready to let go of? Which ones have you already left behind? And which ones are still lingering? Taking that first step, whether it's decluttering, setting boundaries, or simply caring less about what others think, can make all the difference. Because the truth is, the best years of your life aren't behind you. They're still unfolding, waiting for you to embrace them fully. Thanks for being here today. Please get in touch with us. Tell us what you learned today and how you're going to use it in your life in the comments below. We care about what you think, so don't be shy about telling us. We feel very motivated and encouraged when we read your comments. Please like, subscribe, and share this video if you liked it and found it useful. Thanks for your support. It lets us keep making good content for you to learn from and be inspired by. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.